Small arms fire, rocket-propelled grenades, roadside improvised explosive devices or IEDs, vehicle-borne IEDs, and unexploded ordnances or UXOs. These are the threats which our veterans of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan face daily, not to mention the at times crippling misery of being away from family, friends, and loved ones. Are you a veteran of a combat zone deployment? Is your family member or friend a veteran of a combat zone deployment? Were you exposed to or were they exposed to a traumatic event in a combat zone and continue to feel or are demonstrating any of the following symptoms? Survivor's guilt, cynicism, frustration, fear, negative self-image, problems with intimacy, distrust, loneliness, suicidal feelings, preoccupation with thoughts of the enemy, revenge fantasies, addiction, alcoholism, thinking that feelings are meaningless, feeling powerless or hopeless, resignation, or having an I don't care attitude? If you said yes to any of these symptoms, if you've deployed from a war zone about 6 months ago and you're still continuing to feel these emotions, or your friend or family member is feeling these, chances are they could have combat zone related post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Hello, my name is Staff Sergeant Jordan Purcell, and I was deployed to Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom from 2003 to 2005. Many of the men and women currently serving in our armed forces were deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom or Operation Enduring Freedom, respectively. While deployed to these combat zones, these men and women were currently under stress from taking incoming mortar fire, small arms fire, and having to return fire as appropriate. Because of this, they've seen death and destruction of both friend and foe alike, resulting in the symptoms mentioned before, developing PTSD. PTSD affects anywhere from 11 to 20% of veterans of Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. Given that 2 million soldiers have deployed in support of OIF and OEF, the numbers are anywhere from 220,000 to 400,000 veterans who are afflicted by PTSD. The Pentagon feels that this percentage is more accurately represented by 30%. If this is true, that would mean 600,000 veterans of OIF and OEF are afflicted by PTSD, over 500,000. Thankfully, there's hope out there and there's help out there. You do not need to suffer alone. Both civilians and brothers and sisters in arms alike welcome home our soldiers with open arms and are willing to help in any and all ways possible. Community-based events are held to honor and assist ailing veterans, as well as crossover military-civilian programs like Yellow Ribbon and family readiness groups. Get involved in your community and the VA. Find out all about all the programs you can. Don't sit by and wait for your symptoms to pass. There is hope available now. Pick up the phone and call the Veterans Crisis Line, or have your afflicted family member or friend call. That number is 1-800-273-TALK or 8255. And when you get through, press 1. There's also Military One Source at 800-342-9647 and visit www.militaryonesource.mil. And the VA can help with My Health eVet at 1-877-327-0022 and visit www.myhealth.va.gov. You are a warrior. You are the pride of the American fighting force, and you are part of a team. Brothers and sisters who will lay down their life for yours. You are not alone.